Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. Are you aging positively? Well, this is part two in our conversation about this. We recently did a question on our YouTube community page, and we asked, how are you aging? And there was which adverb are you using to describe yourself? And so many people said optimistically or positively. It seemed to be a theme that was interwoven in all the other suggestions that people made, but passionately, creatively, stubbornly, boldly. But positively was the one that seemed to me to really stand out. So I wanted to go into some ways that you can tell if you are aging positively. And I did an earlier video on this, and I'm going to keep going because there are so many ways that you can tell that you are doing this, if this is what you want. And also, kind of talk a little bit about what each of the statements that are represented here mean to me and maybe to you as well. So I think the first thing, well, one of the things, not first or any order, but another thing that's a sign that you're aging positively is when you embrace the physical changes that are going on in your body. Now, I've said this before, I look in the mirror sometimes and I go, oh my goodness, what happened? Like, who is that person? And, I see myself, I look at pictures and I can see myself having, continuity through my life. But yeah, there's a lot that goes on, a lot of changes that happen in your life. And not just with your face and your skin, but your inside, your muscles, the collagen levels, the things that all impact the way that you can navigate the world. But when you can embrace that, and feel like you're okay with it, I can live with this. It comes with age. You're not apologizing for it and just making the most of it. So keep moving. Eat good food. I mean, there's so many things that you can do to sustain, a healthy lifestyle, but accepting those physical realities. I think another thing about aging positively is if you don't play into the stereotypes. You don't let anyone say something to you like, "Oh, you look great for your age," or or say to yourself, "Oh, I'm too old to do that. I can't start that again. I'm too old." And you play into the cultural stereotypes that are just driven by a youthful culture. And I think that's another thing is to just, like, when you're aging positively, you're not doing that. You're not buying into those stereotypes and letting them define you. Another thing is you enter into activities and passions that energize you. You don't do things anymore just because someone else is doing them or because you think it's the thing to do. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Just do the activities that you love. Now, for me, I've taken a more solitary perspective on my life since I, started to accept this. I used to go out a lot in the evenings and go to theater and musicals and, whatever, dance productions. And I think if I was in England, where there was more of that going on, I might be still doing it, but I've kind of toned it down. I go to bed quite early now. I'm asleep by 10 o'clock at night, and that's okay with me because in the morning I can do the things I love. I can meditate, I can do coloring, I can do my knitting, I can go for a walk, and I do the things that I love to do, and that's a sign you're aging positively. Another thing is where you show compassion to others. I think more women in our community are kind. I think kindly was another word that people used. I think we just want to be helpful and we want to, share our wisdom and our experiences with others. But this idea that, we treasure other people's flaws. We're all broken. We're all struggling and, have compassion for them. But the twist that I want to talk about was, it's coming, which is have compassion for yourself. You're not perfect. You're not going to always get it right. You're not always going to say the right things. You're not always going to make everybody happy. But that's you. You did it. You take ownership and then you show compassion for yourself. It's okay. It's okay. There may be some of you that are dealing with estrangement of some kind, and that's really, really hard. My heart breaks for some of the women who are going through this. And, I just want to let you know that, you're okay. Just let it go. Have compassion and love for yourself. You can't turn back the clock. You have to move forward, okay? Another thing is when you are seeking out opportunities for personal growth and, development, that you see something happening around you or in your life that is maybe not what you thought it would be. It's something different than you expected, but you are ready to take the opportunity to dig deep in there, see what needs to be changed, see what needs to be adjusted, and make personal growth decisions. If you need to see a therapist, perhaps you need to do that. Life coach, but you need to take some time, I think, as you get older and aging positively, to see yourself as a positive force in the universe. And if it's not feeling that way, that you need to get some conversations going that can help you see that. And again, the age doesn't limit you in any way. It doesn't restrict you from doing the things that you love to do. Another thing is when you practice gratitude for everything. I mean, honestly, just when I wake up in the morning, it's like, thank you for another day. That is my ultimate gratitude message. And I would encourage you to do the same. And aging positively is all about seeing the positive things that are going to be unfolding in that day. You may have a list of things to do that don't seem very positive. You may be going to a doctor's office or going into some therapy, or you've got a chronic illness that needs some attention, or you're by yourself, or you're feeling lonely, or you feel like it's raining outside and you can't think of a thing to do. You're just depressed. But if you can try to pull yourself back to the gratitude world and see that every struggle is an opportunity. This is just my belief. Every struggle, every challenge is an opportunity. It's a positive way to make a distinction and stand out and make a difference in the world. Expectations from society, that's another thing that you ignore. It's another thing that when you're aging positively, if they expect you to do a certain thing when you're older, not to do it. Just don't do it. And to feel that you're positively making a statement about who you are, and it's not that person. It's not the person that they want you to be. And those, as I mentioned, those stereotypes are just not going to help you make the decisions that you have to make to go forward. You have value and worth. And this is another way that you're aging positively, is if you see that you're making a positive contribution to the world. I mean, you may not be doing some of the classical volunteering or the things that you would associate with making a difference and being of value in the world, having a job, even volunteering, as I said. But it's just knowing that you've got some purpose here. That every person that you touch, everyone that you talk to, can be influenced by your knowledge and your wisdom, and your perspective. I think that's the greatest gift that we can give the world, is our perspective. We've seen a lot. We see the cycles now in politics, economy, all those things, and they're frightening for a lot of younger people. And I'm not surprised. They're frightening to me as an older person who's been through it. I've been through the crash of 2008. I lost everything. I lost my house. I lost all my money. We all have been through those stages where we know we went through the pandemic together. We can do this. We're here for each other, and we all have value and we have worth. I think another thing that is a sign that you're aging positively is when you don't give up on your dreams. You don't give up on your vision of what you want your world to be as you move into this third act of life. That you don't say, oh, I'm too old to do that, or I haven't got the energy to do this, or can't travel anymore. I mean, yes, if there are things that happen that you may think, this has changed, I'm not going to do that anymore. But maintaining a positive attitude about your dreams, knowing that you can always start over. If you fail, you fail. If it doesn't work, so what? Just do it again, try again, pick up the pieces. We can't stop just because we fail. We just can't stop because we have done something that maybe upset us or upset someone else. We have to keep moving forward, and that's really, really important. Strengthening your relationships with your family and friends. Now, I think we've talked about this before, and it's really, I think, so important when you're aging positively to see that everybody around you who are your friends and your family are on their own journey. They're struggling too. They're doing their things. You've got to have a positive attitude for them as well, even though they may be going through things that you went through. Challenges that seem not in your world right now. Maybe you have a different role, different position, but that they're struggling too, and you've got to have compassion for them and know that that's important to keep those relationships with your family as best that you can going. It's going to have rough bumps and the road is not smooth, but I think that's a sign that you're positively aging when you see that there's hope. That you can fit in a changing world and you can make a difference. I think it's so important. I'm looking down my list here. Another one is mental health and psychological stability, that you're aging positively when you don't take it lightly. I think you're more, maybe part of the aging process is that we become more sensitive. We get it, I mean, I can burst into tears almost at anything that's hurtful to the world or to myself or my family. I feel more sensitive now than I've ever felt in my life. But I think it's knowing that that can lead to depression and overwhelm. Is that a condition? Feelings of being overwhelmed, and to just do things that can help you, whether it's your own self-help with meditation or eating good foods or going for walks or traveling, whatever seems to be the thing that holds you together. and keeps maybe it's your faith, maybe it's a spiritual perspective that you've picked up over the years, and just move forward with an optimistic and positive state of mind. If you've found this video helpful in any way, relevant or useful, please like it. If you have not subscribed to this channel already, please do that. We're very close to reaching 250,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you haven't done that yet, I'd appreciate your support, just because I think it's really cool to know that we're reaching 250,000 women, and that's important. But if you have also time to join our Patreon supporters group, it's a supporters group for 60andMe. You can check it out at patreon.com. And if you join at the angel level, which is $3 a month, you will then be able to join our live shows every Monday and Wednesday. Great opportunity to meet women in live people in a live show. But there's a couple of options there if you're feeling like you need some connections in building a positive lifestyle, living positively as you get older. Okay, everybody, we'll take really good care. Go out into the world, have a fabulous day, keep shining, keep glowing, keep being optimistic and positive, okay? Take care.